everybody, welcome back to my channel, Beauty on a Budget. My name is Heather and today I am actually working on my kitchen cupboards. So I'm going to be doing my tea and coffee cupboards first. So I just want to show from my last video, I was spray painting and so I had done my tea canisters. Oops. So this is what I had done. So I have these 3 canisters. They were just clear cut glass. A few spots here I'm going to have to fix because the paint kind of got stuck to the cardboard box and the styrofoam. It kind of lifted that up in a few places, but I will deal with that later. There's this one. This is the one that's got the tape, so I still have to take the tape off. And here's the 3rd jar. Same thing, just some of the cardboard got stuck to the bottom of the jars. For some reason, my this spray paint, this color here, I forget which one this is, it just was so liquid and just so runny. It hit the glass and was just running right down the whole surface. I think because the glass is just so smooth. This one has like nothing on it, it's just a nice smooth cut glass. And so it was all puddling right around under here and I didn't catch it right away. First time I was spraying, I was moving them, and then my 3rd final coat, I let it sit overnight. So yeah, I've got cardboard stuck. So I'm just going to have to grab the sandpaper and just sand this off. It's still sticky, like where the spray paint is still wet at the bottom here. It's kind of, okay, I'm not going to touch any more of that. I've got paint on my hands, that's okay. I'm just going to get it off my finger now. I'm just going to leave that for now. And then this is that wooden tray that I painted that bright pink. So I really think I'm going to love this sitting in my, it's going to bug me, sitting in my pantry, or my cupboard I mean. Not the pantry, like my cupboard where my tea and coffee sit. Let's see, I can get these 3 on here. And they actually go in height, like that. So now I'm just going to grab the X-Acto knife and peel off this paint, or the tape. Just gotta see, I just had my X-Acto knife. It was just here. I did put it away because I was cleaning. And then I'll put my teas back in these jars. Let's see if this is going to work. Sometimes it works for me, sometimes it doesn't. Oh, that looks so good. I'm going to have to get in here and kind of clean that up a bit because it kind of did go under the tape. I'm not too worried about that. You know, it's just for in my house, for my use. Oops. So I don't really mind if there's a little bit of paint on the glass here. It's just around the edge. Just use, sorry, maybe I'm just going to use the X-Acto knife and just go around the tape and see if that lifts it up. Oh, that lifted up so much better. That's what I'm going to do. So I'm going to take my X-Acto knife and I'm just going to trace around the edge of the tape. And I get a nice cleaner line, hopefully. There. I can clean the glass up a little bit later, but no, I really like the way that looks. I just wish these other ones would have had some spots. I wish I would have left some spots on here so I could see through. So I really like how that's looking. Now I've got my teas here, so I'm going to start with this one here, and I'm gonna make labels for these, but I've got all my tea and I took them all out. So this tea here is orange and peach and cinnamon flavored. So these are my flavored teas, mostly fruit flavor. Just gonna stick these in this jar. Now, because I spray painted these ones, I'm only going to be putting my teas that are in wrapped labels, because there is a few, when I was doing up here, I did spray some spray paint inside, and I don't want food touching the spray paint. I mean, I can always go with, I do have the clear coat spray. I could always spray inside with a protective coat so the paint will get on my food, but these are my tea bags that are, most of my teas I buy are in wrapped. There. That one. And we got this. I'll do this one here. Will be my, oh, this is my green teas. I love my green teas. I'm going to put my green teas in this one. But I've got a couple different kinds of green teas. Those are not green tea. Oh, they are, but they're different. They're white packaging. I'm going to put the white packaging in this one. And I'm going to put, so I've got two different types of green tea here. Actually, these are orange mango, and these are mandarin orange. So I'm going to put, because these have this little cutout window and you can see what's in here, I'm going to just put these ones in here just a little bit nicer. I'm just going to put all the orange mango ones in first. I think I've got more of them because that was the new ones I just bought. And this one's here. Just sit right on top. Like that. See, so you can have it so you can see what's in that one. So I don't even have to make a label for this one, but I'm going to. And then, like I said, this one here, I've got these other teas, and these are some of my other ones that I love. Like I've got red tea. This is a rooibos, or however you pronounce it. So I've got some green tea there. Then I'll do my red tea. And then I've got these ones here are the dirty chai. So it's tea with, it's black tea with espresso coffee. So I mean, it's like when you're late at night and you want, you know, you don't want to make coffee, but you need a quick pick-me-up. I love this at night. There's another one of those red teas. Green tea, red tea. And put my chai in there. And then I've got these ones here are Moroccan mint. That's my mint teas. So it's is it peppermint or spearmint? I don't know. I don't remember. It is mint. This is Moroccan tea, but it's not telling me if it's peppermint or spearmint. I forget what it is. Something like that. So I'll put these ones in here. And then I have a few of these ones left, and it's been a long time since the dollar stores carried these ones. This is the ginger tea, and it's already sweetened with brown sugar, and this is the lemon ginger tea. It's also sweetened with the brown sugar. I love these because I don't have to add any sweetener to them. I usually don't. I usually just put a little bit of honey, but I find with these ones, like all these are for ingredients is just brown sugar. This one is brown sugar, dry ginger powder, and lemon peel. And this one is brown sugar and dried ginger powder. It's like so easy to make these, but you know, sometimes it just, I love having these on hand, but so sad that I can't get these ones anymore. They were from Dollarama. It's been so many years since they sell these ones, and I was just cleaning out my pantry and I found a few more packages of them. So let's stick these ones in here now. So now I've got my tea all organized and on this nice little tray. And I'll put this, oh, if I can get this lid to go on. Okay. I'll fix it later. I think it's just, I think I got it on crooked. Oh, that hurt. That was just 2 of my acrylics just popped off while I was doing that. Okay. Yeah, it's just, again, it's just some of that cardboard is just in the way. So I'm not going to try to force this lid on. I'm going to have to fix that. So, but on this little tray, if I push these all the way back to the back of the tray, I've got, I don't know if you can see, there is this gap here, so I can actually put some of my other little coffee canisters that I have in front and around. I just lose another nail? Yes, I did. I just lost another one of my acrylics, just popped off. Okay. Oh, I'm going to stop before I lose any more of my acrylics. I don't even know where that one went. I just felt it and I heard it. I don't know where it went. Okay, so I guess I'm going to go fix my acrylics and get ready to do the rest of my cupboards. But these are the ones I had spray painted. I forget the exact colors. They're in the garage, so I will bring those and I'll say what colors they were. And I will then pull everything out of the cupboard and do my coffee and tea. So I'll be in the kitchen in a few moments. Okay, so now I'm in my kitchen. I've started to put my coffees and teas back in this cupboard. Last year when I was organizing, I put that little strip of that Mac Tack or sticky paper, contact paper, whatever you want to call it, in the back of the shelf, just to give some, so you can see when the cupboards are shut. It kind of just helps some of my cans just stand out. So this is, I'm just starting to put everything back in. So the way top shelf is where I've got teas that I love, but I don't really drink too often. So the teas that I drink more often would be down here. And then the ones, the canisters I spray painted are up here on the middle shelf. And then way at the very top, I'm also putting all my extra bags of Starbucks coffee. I don't buy a lot of the coffee from Starbucks. I get it from other stores. So I've got this one way up here, this really big bag of, it's the Espresso Roast. I think it's a medium blend. I don't know the size. It's one of those big bags. I found it at a liquidation store for, I think, $12. So of course I grabbed it. And I've got a whole bunch of my other coffees. These I actually got free because I collect my stars, and when you get 400 stars, you get coffee or a mug. I prefer the coffee, so I got a whole bunch of these that I've never actually purchased. This one, I loved this flavor, so I've got a couple bags of it because it was a really good one. I find the way when I buy my coffee, I know you're supposed to, you know, like do something, you know, I've heard people say, oh, you can't store coffee, you know, you've got to freeze it. I never froze my coffee. I just buy it in the whole beans, so not ground. And I find that if I don't open them, as long as this stays sealed up here, they're good for quite a few years. If I think that they're getting, if I think I've had them for a little too long, I will throw them in the fridge before I open them. And then once I open them, they're gone. Like one of these, once I open this, it's only a pound or so of coffee, so it doesn't last that long. Like this one here says I've had since 2021. I didn't know I had this one. It was just up there in the back of the cupboard. And this one here, I've never tried this one either. This is the Komodo Dragon Blend. I don't know what year that one is from. And this one, it's from the Guatemala Casio Celio 2021. And then one of the things I do is I have my canisters like this one here. It's from Starbucks. That I do keep the coffee in, and this was empty. I just filled it, but because it's going from those bags into here, I need to know what it is. So this bag I actually found, so this I'll be using up first. I didn't realize that this one also had this year, so I'll be making sure that this one gets used next. It's usually how I do with the coffees anyways. But this is the Christmas 2021 blend. So what I do is when I pour the coffees, oh, there's still some beans in the bottom of the bag. When I pour them from the bag into there, then I cut the tag out so I know what coffee is in here. And I did the same with this one here, I've got this one too. This bag I had already opened, but I didn't know any of these were empty, so both these were empty, so I filled it, and again, I just dump it out and I cut the tag. And this one is the 2022 coffee. Now, if I would have known that I had this one from 2021, I would have had that one first, but it's just, you know, I try to rotate the coffee, try to use up the oldest stuff first, but, you know, it gets put up there in the cupboard or up in the pantry, it sometimes gets missed. So I'm just gonna find the lid for this one. And I have these little scoops that I love. And this one's green. I thought it was perfect in the Starbucks. So I'm just gonna put these up. Oops, before I put this one up, I gotta take the rest of the stuff off this shelf. Stuff's in my way. These are all just teas and coffees that I have. Now, my other bag, things, I buy lots of tea. So I have this canister here. It's got the label, it says tea. And most of these teas have the little label so you know what they are. If they don't have a label, then they'll just be plain black tea or maybe green tea, depending on, you know, the shape. If they're round, they're black tea. If they're square, they're probably green tea. So I'll put this one in first. And it doesn't quite fit properly, so it does kind of lift my shelf just a little bit. But if I try to go up one more, I can't fit anything on that shelf. And then this top shelf way up here, it is the for wine glasses. And depending on how I need to put this shelf in, I've even had that one where I have it upside down. So then you can't slide glasses in, but if I flip it upside down, sometimes I get a little more room to put things in. Just depends on the thickness of that board, just depends on where it sits, because that board is actually thicker than this one. So depending on how I have it, it kind of changes how much room I've got up there. So now I can put my Starbucks coffee here. Got tea, coffee, and coffee. And then I got my teas up here, so that'll be the ones I painted. Plus I've got this one, and it's a Japanese sencha green tea, and it's a loose tea. I'm almost out of it. I mean, yeah, I say I'm almost out of it when there's, like, you know, the jar's almost full, but this is all that's left from this one because there was more of it. Fits right there. And then I said extra bags of this Starbucks coffee. These are unopened bags, so they're going to go up here at the top. I can do this without falling. Just got to put. Figure out how I can put these up here so you get the least amount of room. That way. And then I've got my other teas and coffees. See, I've got this one here. It's from the Bulk Barn, so I need a little jar to put this to go into. And this is the matcha green tea latte mix. So I have this with this, but it's getting powder everywhere, so I'm gonna have to find a little jar. I guess I don't have any. I thought I did, but I'm just gonna leave this here on this shelf so I can deal with this one in later. I've got all these different boxes of tea here, but I'm just gonna leave the boxes for a moment. I'm just gonna, this is more loose tea. This is my matcha green tea powder. And I've got my licorice zing tea. Open it. Sometimes I can open, sometimes I can't. Chai spice tea and oolong orange tea. Let me get these to open. So there's the spice tea and the oolong orange. So these ones I was buying from like either the Bulk Barn or Nutters, or I know some of these were from like, well, this canister says Teopia, which no longer exists, but they were from another tea place. David's Tea was another place that I used to get my teas from. So I got a whole bunch of jars, canisters here from David's Tea, which, sad to say, they closed out where I live, but I still have a bunch of these teas. So I've got, it's just a green tea. I don't know what kind because I can't read. Oh, it's right here. Okay. Organic. Oh, the spice is right. That was funny. Jumping Monkey. Saigon Chai. And this one is a Cranberry Dandelion Detox. I didn't really like this one as much, but you would collect points and then you would get a free thing of tea for so many grams, and sometimes I would prefer the tea. Now this one says, yeah, it was way back in 2020, so it's been quite a while. But again, I say tea is one of those things that they're dried. They should be, as long as they don't get moisture in the canisters or they're not like left open or anything, they should be fine for several years. I'm just going to put these up here. And I do have, just might as well take this one down. I've got this big one here, and it's this big office organizer thing. I love the color. It's actually like a TARDIS blue. But, so it's got the 4 things. So I got dandelion, citrus, Lipton, I can't read my own writing, Darjeeling, and lemongrass mate tea. And then this middle one here, I don't know the flavor of it anymore. All I wrote was has chocolate chips and lavender. So I don't even know what flavor this one was, but I really liked that one. But I needed to label my tea, so that's how I labeled it. And then, of course, I got my little instant coffees. I don't actually use the instant coffees, like instant coffees. I actually use these when I'm baking. So if I'm making my chocolates and I want to make like an espresso fudge or something, then I've got different coffees. Like this is just a Nescafe Gold medium roast. This one's the Nescafe Rich Hazelnut. Another Nescafe Rich, I don't know, just a regular coffee, I guess. And another Nescafe Gold Dark. Now I really like this dark roast one. Really makes my dark chocolate really taste more dark chocolate. My husband doesn't like that, so when I'm making certain things I can't add coffee to it because then my husband won't eat it if I put the coffee in it. So I have to let him know if I put coffee in anything. Coffee's up there. I've got this here. It's a pumpkin spice latte mix. I've had this one for quite a while too. It's almost gone. I got it, I don't know, quite a few years ago for one of my kids for either my birthday or Mother's Day. I can't. Probably my birthday because it's pumpkin spice. Just stick that one up here. Put those up there so I can see what's up there. This one has not been opened yet. I got this from like Winners or Marshalls for $6, 40 tea bags. They're just the English breakfast teas, but I love the canister on it. This actually matches my canister set I have downstairs that I love. Just a wrong color because my canister downstairs is actually in pink, but it has like, it's still at 1950s, 1960-ish kind of look, the way they styled the women on it. And of course I have 3 out of the 6 Friends coffees. This one's empty. This was the armadillo. It says I'm the holiday armadillo. This was the fully roasted choco hazelnut coffee. Yeah, this one's gone too. This was Phoebe. So it says I wish I could, but I don't want to. And this was the caramel toffee coffee. It's just a tongue twister. And of course, this would be Chandler with duck and chick. And it says how, oh, I guess, oh, not Chandler. Well, it says how you doing, but maybe it is no, Joey. How are you doing? That was Joey. And this is the salted caramel hot chocolate. I haven't tried this one yet. I just got this one for Christmas. So it's still sealed. So I'm looking for the other 3. I'm just going to stick these tins up here because those 2 are empty. This one is full. No, I can't. I thought I could double stack them. I guess I can't. This will do one there, one there. This one is still full. And then I've got a bunch of these. Okay, that's not my tea. Yeah, my kids have tea, and so that's not my tea. I'll stick it there. It's just a herbal sleepy time something, you know. Sometimes my kids have trouble falling asleep and they like to drink that tea. I got this tea for my husband because he doesn't like caffeine late at night. He wanted to try to drink tea. So 25 bags, I bought it at Winners or Marshalls for $5. We haven't tried it yet. We just haven't had time lately. But I got it for him for Christmas. I'm just going to stick this up here. And then I'm going to block. You can't see the Friends one if I do that. Oh well. I'll readjust that later. I've got some Tim Hortons apple cinnamon tea. This is again caffeine free. It's really good. Who doesn't, you know, Canadian, you need something with Tim's on it in your cupboard. Okay, and then I've got these latte mixes that me and my husband discovered one time at Superstore. They were clearing some out, and so we bought some, and now we just buy them every time we see them. I do have this one here. I do love bubble tea. The price of this, you get 5, so it makes 5 bubble teas for about the price of 1 at the store. I didn't really like this as much. I have another bubble tea mix that we had bought that I preferred. It's just a different brand. It was like a South Korean product, which I can't get anymore at the moment. Can't even get these ones anymore at the moment either. I'm trying to see where these are from. I'm just trying to see manufactured. Oh, these are from Vietnam. So they're still okay, but I like the ones that come from South Korea a bit better. I will have to make some of this up because some people don't even know what bubble tea is, and I love the bubble teas when we are at the mall, the food court. Then we got this one. It's I'll find the English side. Okay, just honey ginger latte. So you just put some hot water, a little tea mix here, and you put some hot water, and you get a really good latte. Those I love. That one. This is just find the English side. Just a honey ginger drink. So it's the same thing. It's just a little bit of ginger and honey in the little pouches. And these I love to drink, especially in the night. If you can't sleep, drink half of one of these packs in the night. I don't make a full pack sometimes. Sometimes just do half a pack. Especially in the middle of the night when you need something to help sleep, but you just don't want to, make a pot of coffee. I got a couple ones of these. This is the cardamom chai lattes. They're really good too. Let's see, where are these ones from? Oh, these ones are made in India. So this is from India, and I know this one here, the turmeric latte mix too, and I'm pretty sure this one's from India as well. Yeah, it's also from India. It's the same, yeah, it's the same brand. Okay, so those ones are from India. So I do love the turmeric latte mix. They're hard to find at the moment. So I've got more of the cardamom, but I like the turmeric better, but cardamon's pretty good too. So I'll just put these up here. A lot of these. And this one, I love matcha green tea or the matcha latte. Again, I'm trying to see. What country are these ones from? Let's see. My puppy. Singapore. So these ones are from Singapore. But I really like the ones, if you can get them from like South Korea and Japan, are a little bit better than the Vietnam. But you know, you get what you go to the store, you get whatever they've got in stock. Now I'm just gonna let my dog outside. Okay, there's just people walking their dogs outside. Now I've got this little sign that I always have up here, and it just says coffee is always a good idea. I just set it to figure out where I put it so you can read it when I've got my thing closed. Just trying to line it up. And then, oh, I've got this little tea box here, which I'm going to be painting because it's okay, the plain color, but I do want to paint it. This is for my other teas that I do buy, and instead of having a whole bunch of boxes of teas or up there, like I said, that's just basic teas, and then in those ones up there, they're in wrappers so you can read what they are. I do buy tea bags where they are just, you know, like this. If I threw them in, they would get mixed in the tea bag and you wouldn't know what they were. So I just cut out what they are. So this one is a blueberry tea and it's a black tea. And so I've just cut this out and leave the tea, open the bag of tea bags so it's easy for people to get to and they know what they are. And I'm trying to tape these on because I realized not all of them are taped anymore, or they've just been used and the tape is off. And then it just takes up less room. So I can put like 2 or 3 kinds of tea in each one of these spots here. So there's like room for 6 teas, but the way I've got it, I can easily get 12 to 18 different types of teas in here. Like these ones here I like too. These ones are from the Bulk Barn. So I got a pomegranate lavender green tea. And I have their peach cocktail tea. I didn't like this one as much. I do like peach tea. This one, not as much. I mean, I did make it, I liked it better as a cold tea. Not so much the hot, but this lavender one was really good hot. And then, like I said, I've got blueberry, peach, mango, pomegranate, passion fruit, chai, and an apple cinnamon. So instead of having like, so it'll be 1, 2, 3, 4, 7, 8, 9, 10. Instead of having like 10 boxes of tea up here, I've just got it into this one little box. It takes up less room. Now I've got to move stuff around to get this in here. Let's see. You know, like cutting back on having all these type of boxes, just to have this one box really does save space. I'm just going to stick this up here. That way, I gotta put it this way. Okay. I do want to do something different with these boxes of teas like this. I do want to get a different container just to cut back on all these boxes, just to have one glass jar. It does, because these all come pre-packaged, so you know what's in them. So these ones would be easy to put into a nice glass jar. I just don't have another big canister at the moment. I can't wait till I get all this stuff here into one jar, and it's just so much, takes up so much less room. Just put that there. It's gonna fall. Okay, so I'll set it there. Also, what I keep up here is this shelf here. I'm just gonna close these doors. Okay, so this shelf here is mostly just all my salt and pepper shakers that I collect. I don't know who else does it, but I collect salt and pepper shakers. Just a whole bunch up here, and my daughter knows that I collect salt and pepper shakers. So for Christmas, she had made me some stuff because she was in ceramics this year. So she made me this cute little salt and pepper shaker and holder out of clay. So I got this little no face, and this is the, don't want to drop it. So it's from the movie Spirited Away. So she made the bath, and she's got it, I don't know if it's how easy to see, but you can see that there is like stuff in there. So you can see that they've got all down in there. There's little marks and stuff down there. Little symbols and stuff. So this is no face. And this is the little bath token ticket that you need to have the bath at the bathhouse. So she made me this. So I love it. I just I told her, I said, I know she made it and I know I should be able to use it for salt and pepper. And I told her, I'm scared if I start using it for salt and pepper, it's gonna get broken and damaged. So it's probably safe not to use it at all. This is my little nesting dolls, little Russian dolls. My little measuring cups. I love these. They take up no room and they just look so cute on my shelf here. I've got these little ones here. These are little mini prep bowls, or they are also measuring cups. But I use them more for prep bowls. I have tried using them for measuring, and they're a little tricky to use because the way they are measured. And I have my little alien juicer. He is so cute. It's a spaceship and the little alien guy. And so he's your little citrus juicer. And I will say I have actually never used it for juicing. I just think it's just so cute sitting here on my shelf. In fact, I usually just have him sitting, he's level, just have him sitting like that. I'm just going to move him over here. There. And I've got a cute little teapot here. It's actually a piggy bank. And I think it's supposed to play music. I don't know if it does anymore. And then those are just all different cookie, just salt and pepper shakers. And then I've got one back here, and it's an old cottage. It's actually the butter dish sitting back here too, and it's really cute looking. But I collect salt and pepper shakers. I think the funniest set I found was during this last little bit when everything was locked down. And so you can't go anywhere, you can't do anything. And then me and my husband, we were just up. Oops, kitty, watch out. Cat's knocking my stand over. Because this is where, this table here is, or this counter here is where their food sits. So he thinks I'm feeding him because I'm up here touching the dishes and everything. But no, so we were just walking around the, was it the Restore, the Habit for Humanity Restore. And I found these cute little outhouse salt and pepper shakers, and they're labeled Ma and Pa. And I laughed so hard when I saw them. My husband bought them for me. And I was just laughing so hard. And I said, I've never had, I wouldn't never use them. I just think they're funny to, that time everything was just down and locked down and everything just opens up, and that's the first thing I buy. Okay. And then I've got this little mug here that loose tea. I bought this little guy a couple of years ago at Dollarama. Little Halloween mug. It says Happy Halloween, and it's got the little owl keychain still attached because I just think it's so cute, and I usually just have him sitting up here in my cupboard, although he's not going to fit at the moment because I've moved everything around. I'm just going to stick him here for now. I'll get him back up there when I've got, when I move a few of those things around, because I got to push some of that, the tea bins. They should be further up than they are. I've got them too far to the edge. I can tell when I've shut this door. And then I think that's all for this side right here. So I'm just going to move my camera. Don't want to get tangled in the cord. And then over here is actually my actual coffee station. Oops. So I've got my grinder here, so I keep it. Oops, this is where the coffee comes out. I'm doing this backwards. So I usually keep this topped up at all times, so it's empty because I just made coffee the other day. So I always top it up after I make coffee. Obviously the day I didn't have time to re-top it up. So I actually make my coffee fresh ground every time I make it. Then I've got my coffee maker here, my mugs here, the Starbucks tumblers, my flavoring syrups. Oops, am I in the view? I don't know. Okay, so like I said, I got my coffee mug sitting here. They're pulled out. They're usually further in, but I've got stuff plugged in at the moment. So I'm just going to set that aside. So like I said, I've got my Starbucks tumblers here. These are my cold drink. My hot drinks are up above. My little cappuccino spoons, mugs, and I got the little saucers. I have all these little packs of these little creamers, flavored creamers. My syrup, so I've got this one here is peppermint. And this one on this side is s'mores. And I've got this one here, and I've got amaretto, vanilla, hazelnut, and salted caramel. And I've actually got 2 of these, and they both are working now. So I've got 2 of these little frothers because it's fun to make frothy, drinks. Little cream and sugar. So my sugar actually has sugar in it all the time. My cream, I don't actually use this for cream. I just kind of cute. I do if I have company. I might use it, but usually if I'm having company, it's kind of like a self-serve, and so I buy the creamers like this. This is a good deal. I've got this the other, oh, I can't even speak. Today, no, this was from the other day. It's, Walmart was clearing them out. It's the pumpkin spice, the Starbucks pumpkin spice creamers. The other day when my husband were there, they were $1.86. He bought me 5. I was there today with my daughter. I bought 2 more today, and they put them to $1.98. So a few cents more today, but instead of like $6 each, you're getting them for like $2 each. So like I said, just keep this here. So I usually have creamer sitting out. I usually have these ones that don't have to be refrigerated. You can, but it's these little International Delight flavors. So I got French vanilla, hazelnut, and Irish cream. I found them at the dollar store, so I bought a pack of each. I will also admit that yes, I do when I go eat out or get coffee on the go some places, I will grab a couple of those and bring them home. Sometimes you grab an extra 1 or 2 more than you really end up needing. Now, what's up here? Oh, that's just nothing important up there. And then up here, this is just all my baking stuff. So I've got liners, I don't know, just an assortment of baking stuff, my honeys and flavorings, and then all my sprinkles. I love the candied sprinkles. They're fun. They really make a little quick basic thing. You throw some of these little sprinkles on top, and it really makes whatever you made look way more special. Okay, so I guess that would be it for this video. That was just redoing my coffee and tea cupboard. I think my cats are getting mad because they want to eat now. Again, so just say thank you so much to everybody who subscribed to my channel and watching my videos, and I'll see you on my next ones. Bye.